All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Blessings to everybody in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus the Messiah. Bitcoin. Let's talk about some Bitcoin. Shout out to AJ Sean Han. Enoch, you could take a nap, my friend. It's just gonna be a chill stream. We're gonna go through some stuff. Ain't nothing too crazy going on right now, y'all. מה שלומך, TJ? אני מקווה שהכל בסדר איתך. Shout out to Boyan. Everybody make sure to like the stream, because as usual, if we can get this baby up to 750 likes, we will be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin. Erev Tov Yitzhak. We are going live, y'all. Alright, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. It's a little bit cloudy out, guys. We got the Pikachu hat, of course, to hide the hair. Haven't used shampoo and probably... I honestly don't know. I don't remember the last time I used shampoo, guys. Got the upside down glasses. Yeah, boy. You hit me up at Discord, bro? Did you send me a DM? No matter what I do, crypto is going to the moon. Oh. Boy, man, you gotta send me a DM, bro, because I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Oh. Bitcoin is going to the moon. All right, guys. Well, here we are inside my computer. It's a beautiful day. Blessings to everybody in the name of Yeshua the Messiah. So Bitcoin, the title of the video, pump or more dump. But when we take a look at the weekly time frame here, it doesn't look too dang bearish, does it? Not at first glance, not at all. Are we potentially printing a bearish divergence on the weekly time frame? Of course. But we're not going to talk about that right now. In fact, what we are going to do is we're going to talk about some levels locally, and then we're going to work our way out more and see, are we going to expect more dump? Or are we going to pump? Are we going to see that $100,000 Bitcoin, that coveted $100,000 Bitcoin? Now, I'm telling you guys, if Bitcoin does get to $100,000, there are some things that I will do, okay, Lord willing, if the Lord allows. There are some things I want to finish up in life with that, with those profits. And I do hope everyone's taking profits out along the way, right? Especially if you're in a juicy long from the bottom, right? Or if you're in a juicy long from around 40K, which I am, or even if you're in a juicy long from about 58K, which I also am. Make sure to take profits when you're in profits, guys, because there's nothing worse than holding a trade all the way up and then holding that trade all the way down, y'all. Holding that trade all the way down. What's going on to John Duberg and Crypto Tom? Shout out to Crypto Tom. Shout out to Crypto Yacht, guys. Check out Crypto Yacht's YouTube channel. Check out his new song, everybody. If you have not yet, go to a website called youtube.com, okay? And check out a YouTube channel called Crypto Yacht, okay? I thought it was Crypto Yacht, but it's actually Crypto Yacht. He's got a new song called Trader Boy. The official lyric video, it has 21,000 views, guys, in 3 days. He's blowing up. Also, there's a video of me dancing to Crypto Yacht's song. Who wouldn't want to watch me dance to Crypto Yacht's music, right? Right. Well, guys, the old corn. Yesterday, we had a massive drop, and I did a little stream on this last night, but we've been cooling out. We've been consolidating. We've been trading sideways all day. There's been no action. I've taken 0 trades today, okay? The last 2 trades I have taken was the long from right here, okay? That was a very juicy long. It was one of the trade setups that I gave on Friday, right, where I wanted to see us get a little bounce here, a little bounce off the golden pocket, come all the way down to this very important line of confluence, the point of control, the naked daily point of control, the daily level, the previous day point of control. There was a lot of confluence down at that level, and I did long that, and it was a very juicy trade. 100x leverage, guys, just for fun. By the way, if you want to find out how I scalp and how I trade, in all seriousness, go to my YouTube channel, check out the video I posted yesterday, because this video will walk you through step-by-step how I trade right here, how to make huge gains leverage trading, okay? Now, I don't usually use 100x leverage, guys, but this is the process I go through as I enter all my scalp trades. You can check it out. People ask me questions like, do you limit or do you market? And how do you take profits? And where do you put your stop loss? And what do you look for on Market Cipher? And this and that. I will answer all the questions in this video right here, okay? Now, I also did take a long from down in this wick area, and the reason why I'm long from here is because this was one of the levels of support that we were waiting for quite some time. It was, in fact, the retest of the diagonal support, the perfect retest. Not only that, if we pull a range from here to here, we can see that it is also the value area high of the old range that we were trading in. We came down for a perfect test of the support. So this is where we find ourselves right now, guys. Bitcoin has made an all-time high. Massive bearish divergences on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, we need to make these trend lines thick and green. The way I like my trend lines, guys, is thick and green, right? And we can see that we got a massive bearish divergence, very massive on the 4-hour time frame, and we got a 10% drop If we go to the daily time frame, we can also see that potentially also we do have a slight bearish divergence on the daily time frame on Market Cipher V as the price is making a higher high. Kind of bearish. If we go to indicators and we go to the relative strength index, aka the RSI, where is it? The regular old RSI. You guys see it? Here it is. Boom. If we turn this thing on, guys, what do we see here? As the price is making a higher high, okay, we can see that the RSI is making a massively lower high, okay? And that resulted in a 10% correction. Now, the question on everyone's mind, and my mind, guys, is this. The question on everyone's mind is this, okay? What is the question? The question is this, guys. Have we bottomed out? Are we going to bounce from here? Is the support going to hold? Are we going to pump? Or are we going to dump? Well, guys, it's your day. It is your day, because that's exactly what we're going to talk about. That is exactly what we're going to talk about, guys. Make sure to like the video, guys. If we can get this thing up to 750 likes, I will absolutely be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin. Are we going to get there? There's no way. Unless everyone calls their mom and their first and second cousin and says to come like the video. There's no way. So right now, in the immediate short term, I would have to say that I don't lean too bullish at the moment. Now, I hope I'm wrong, because like I said before, I am currently long. I'm in 2 longs, guys. I am in 2 long positions. I'm actually in more, but in the immediate short term, I'm in 2 long positions. The first one is from right here, literally right here, the exact bottom of the move. And the second one is from about 63.ish, right? These are my 2 long positions. I'm hoping to hold them, but I've already taken profits and moved the stop loss to the entry to guarantee that they're going to be winners, right? So the first trade I'm in is this trade right here, where I've taken it from about $60,269, and I've ridden it all the way up to all-time highs. That was one of the juicy trade setups that I did give over here in the Discord on last week on November 5th, looking at that very important level of support, guys. It was a trend line, a lower trend line. It was a value area low. It was a golden pocket level, and it was a juicy purple level, guys. These levels, these purple levels on my charts, they're so juicy, okay? I love purple levels. I love purple levels. They are so juicy, like juicy grapes. Like juicy purple grapes, guys. All right, we bounced right off that purple line and hit new all-time highs. By the way, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord, where I post potential trade setups, as well as I post daily technical analysis updates, as well as a thriving community of traders who are there to help each other out, post technical analysis and trade setups. Shout out to everybody in there. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. In addition, guys, we still do have the 30% discount on the course. You can check that out at jasoncaspertrading.com. In addition, if you do want to sign up on Bybit, you can use my affiliate link, get up to $3,500 of bonus rewards if you deposit an ungodly amount of Bitcoin into there. Now, if you want to take the shortcut into getting free money, make sure to like the video, because I'm trying to give away $1,600 to one lucky person if we can get 750 likes. Now, bearish divergences, money flow coming down. What do I think about the corn? Here it is, guys. I'm going to give it to you straight. Right? I'm not going to mix it. No chaser over here, okay? No chaser. As long as we can hold above 63.5K, give or take, okay? This white line right here. As long as we can hold above this, then I am expecting higher prices. If we lose this right here, then I'm expecting lower prices. Now, why is it so important that we hold that level? Well, if we take a fib from this swing low to this high up here, right, we can see that this white line is the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement from this low, right, from the initial place that I did enter along, all the way up to here. We have come down to the golden pocket, almost touching the 786. Okay, we have confirmed that what used to be resistance is now support. Now, if anybody's totally new and you don't know what support and resistance are simply just areas where price historically has found a sticking point, right? And so we can see this green line was resistance, where price was unable to come above it. And then again, it was acting as our resistance, where price was unable to come above it. And now we have broken out of that resistance. And what has happened is now we have retested it. Okay, now usually this is a sign of strength because it's showing that what used to be a stopping point for Bitcoin on the way up is now a stopping point for Bitcoin on the way down. And that's a bullish sign, right? Because it means that people have agreed that the price of Bitcoin should be traded a little bit higher than what it was trading back here during the past few weeks, all the way going back to October 15th, the 15th of October. However, this bounce looks kind of weak, and I'm here on the 4-hour time frame, and this momentum wave on the 4-hour time frame, it doesn't look too convincing for me. The VWAP, all right, it doesn't look too happy, guys. It does not look too happy, although it looks happier now than it did earlier today, I have to admit. I would have liked to see this VWAP a little bit more poignant, a little bit more erect, right? I don't like to see a lot of flaccidity in the WAP, right? I like to see a little bit more of an erect WAP. And this thing's kind of been flopping and groping all day, right? You know, potentially it could do something like this, and we could get a little floppy in the. Whoa, hang on, what's this? Someone's calling me. Better not answer that. I'll have to call them back later. If this VWAP flops down, you know, we could get a wave extension down here, right? We get a wave extension, what I like to call the gluteus floppimus, and we could see lower prices if we go to the 1-hour time frame. Right? We can see that, yes, indeed, we did get somewhat of a bullish divergence here on the 1-hour time frame, right? We got this bullish divergence. We're seeing momentum continue to come to the upside, but it's just not too convincing for me, right? I'm holding my long. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm holding my long trades, right, in hopes that we break out of here. It very, very well may happen that we break out of this range and see more upside. However, we have to be aware that on the higher time frames, things do not look overly bullish right now. We have a bearish divergence on the daily time frame. On the 3-hour time frame, we have printed what I like to consider one of the most bearish signs you could possibly imagine, which is money flow and momentum coming down as price makes a higher high. This sign on Market Cipher is the signal that I use to short the top. I've shorted the top of many assets. I shorted the top of Ripple. I shorted the top of Sol, and a few other coins by just looking at Market Cipher when money flow and momentum is coming down on the 3 or 4 hour time frame. That is a very bearish sign. So we have to be prepared for more downward movement, okay? Right now, the line of delineation, right? The line in the sand between bull run $200,000 Bitcoin and $10,000, maybe I'm exaggerating, Bitcoin, is this right here, right? 63.5K. 63.5K. That is the level for me. If we lose 63.5K, the next level of support that I am looking toward is going to be this right here. If we pull our fib from the swing low to the swing high, actually, I'm going to pull it from this swing low down here to the swing high. We can see that we have our golden pocket coming in right about this point of control down here at about 61K. Now, 61K, this is a between 60 and 61K, give or take. This is a very, very important area of support and resistance. It's our point of control. If we put on some other levels here real quick, we can see it's a point of control. It's a daily level. It's a high volume node. And not only that, but we can see if we go to the Bitcoin futures that we do have a gap coming in right about 61K. Right about 61K. We have a CME futures gap from a few weeks ago now, that from November 5th. Was that a few weeks ago? What day is it? The 11th? What time is it? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I live in my basement, guys. I don't go outside. I don't do anything. I have no friends. We have this gap that could close. There's a lot of confluence down there, right? So we're basically just taking it level to level. I'm going to remain bullish as long as we hold above 63.5. If we lose 63.5, well, now I'm looking down to 61K. If we lose 61K, guys, then I'm looking down to the high 50s. Okay, I'm looking down to the 786, which is 59.5K, right? a very important area of support right around the 59.5K. And then I'll be looking to the high 50s. Now, check this out, guys. Check this out. I'm going to build a bearish case here, not because I think that Bitcoin is going to go to zero. Not because I think Bitcoin is going to go to zero, but because we're traders, right? We're not traitors, okay? We're not committing treason against our country, right? Shout out to Iki Elendu, my man, Iki Weekly in the house. My boy Iki Weekly in the house. Shout out to Carl from the Moon. Shout out to Iki Elendu, my man. Thanks for being here, Eeks. I love you, bro. God bless. Shout out to the Squeaky Iki. I'm going to build a bearish case, okay? Because as traders, now we're not traitors, right? We're not committing treason, right? We're not committing treason. We are not betraying our government, the United States government, the only pure and unadulterated governing body in the history of humanity, okay? Of course, we're not traitors. We're traders, guys. And as traders, we need to be prepared for upward and downward movement. And we need to look at the charts and be objective and say, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. But whatever does happen, we need to have a plan. Honestly, this is one of the things I feel that separates a good trader from a bad trader. Because if you get stuck in a certain bias or a certain sentiment, and you only think the market's going to go up, and the market goes down, you're going to constantly get wrecked. If you think the market's only going to go down, and the market keeps going up, you're going to constantly get wrecked. And I know a lot of us have found ourselves in both of those situations before, right? There have been times where I have been convinced that we have to come down, and we don't. We just keep pumping. And there are times where I think we have to come up, and we don't. We just keep dropping. And so what I like to do is I like to say, okay, where are the places that price could get to? And if price gets to one of those places, what is my plan? So in the short term, like I already said, the three main areas that I'm looking at are going to be this. Give or take, guys. Give or take. These are the three main areas of support that I am looking to. I remain bullish in my bias, smoking the hopium until we lose 63.5. When we lose 63.5, I'm looking down to 61 for a bounce. And here's the thing. Even if we keep coming down, just hypothetically, if we keep coming down, I am pretty convinced that we will probably come down like this. Doop. Doop. Dude, I'm expecting bounces from all three of these levels, guys. I'm expecting even if we continue down in bearish market structure, I will scalp along these levels, or at least look for a scalp if Market Cipher gives me confirmation. Now, let's say we lose all this, and let's say we lose this as well, because, you know, we're forgetting about the levels that are down here in the old range. Of course, you know, we have like the 54K level and stuff like that. We are printing on the chart right now. If I close this out here and we go to the daily time frame, right, we are indeed forming what could be considered by many, right, to be a falling wedge, right? A falling wedge. We can do this. I'm sorry, a rising wedge, guys. We can do this, right? Now, if we take the target of this wedge, right, which we would do by taking from the low to the high, and then projecting it now downwards, right? Depending on, people do it different ways, right? People could do it like this. Whatever the case, I like to kind of just, get an average, right? An average, right? If we break down out of it from the very tip, depending on where we break out from, you know, potentially we're looking down to about this area right here, okay? The breakdown of this wedge pattern, if it indeed is going to be a rising wedge that breaks bearish. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because this area right here, this white line on the chart right here, is a very important area of support. It's a very important area of support. First of all, if we take a trend line from this low right here and we connect it to this low right here, and we extend it right like this, extend right, we can see that this white line intersects with the trend line, right? So if we do trade in this wedge, right, and notice something as well, guys, notice something as well, which is this. this wedge actually does work with our current local technical analysis, which you probably can't see right now. But the 60K, the 60K area of support, well, the 61K area of support is coming down right below that wedge, which would probably give us a bounce right back to the point of control of the range, which is the back test of the wedge, right? Assuming we break out of here, right? Just hold with me, just bear with me, right? Bear with me. I'm coming up with a bearish scenario over here, right? Bearish scenario over here. Well, that doesn't work out. That doesn't really work out either. It doesn't work on this time frame, guys. My point is, if we do break out of this wedge, it makes sense. We would break down. We'd probably get a bounce off the 61K. We'd come up, and as we back test the wedge, it would also be back testing essentially the point of control on here. But it doesn't work on this time frame, guys. You have to be on a bigger time frame to see what I'm seeing. Now, if this wedge breaks down and we come down to this area, this is a very also important area of support, because not only is it the target of a wedge, but if we pull a fib from the very low to the high, right, we can see that that white line is also the Fibonacci 382 level, give or take, right? Give or take the Fibonacci 382 level. And as I always say, the Fibonacci 382 level is one of the most popular areas for price to find support, right? It's all the popular kids are doing it. I remember when I was in high school, guys, I was a nerd. I was a loser, right? Morbidly obese. Everyone made fun of me. Girls hated me. They thought I was gross. I had pimples all over my face, all over my chest, pimples all over my arms and all over my back and all over the palms of my hands. And I would go to shake people's hands and they would say, "Get the heck away from me, you animal." Okay? I had no friends. But the cool kids, the jocks, the quarterbacks, all those cool kids, you know, the ones with all the friends, right? I'll tell you, they always retraced off the 382 Fibonacci level. All the cool kids are doing it. And if we come down and let's say we just trade in this thing for a while and we break down, right? Boom, we come right down to the trend line, which indeed would confirm that we are in an uptrend still, because a bounce off the 382 is a confirmation that the uptrend is strong and valid, right? And then we could potentially continue on higher, right? Now, not only is this the 382 and the target of a wedge, but if we go to the daily time frame, we can see right here that this is a daily level of support. It's a daily level. We broke out of the daily level right here, and we've never really come back to retest it. So we would also retest this very important area of what used to be resistance as support. And notice this white line is very important, right? It was resistance, it was support, and then it was support again, and then it was our resistance, right? And so there's just so much confluence here, guys. It's also a weekly level of support, right? A weekly level of support right around there as well. That previous high. So, you know, there's a lot of confluence right there. So Iki Alendu super bearish. Iki, man, hey, I'm building a bearish case for you, my friend. I'm building a bearish case for you, bro. Because here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. As I'm looking at this wedge here, and as I'm looking at this trend line, right? Now, just hear me out, guys. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out, right? Hear me out. I'm not saying this is going to happen, right? It's just something that I was looking at, right? It's just something I was looking at, right? As I'm looking at this thing, well, you could kind of turn this entire thing into a rising wedge here. Right here. You kind of turn this whole thing into a rising wedge, right? And if that's the case, that's kind of intense. That is kind of intense, right? That's kind of intense. If this thing breaks down, we could see some really low prices here. Now, I was looking at this thing upside down on the inverted scale, and let me just kind of take off these trend lines here. Let me just kind of take off the trend lines. Take off the extensions, right? And I'm going to just kind of move these, right? And I was looking at this thing, and I inverted the scale. Okay, just hear me out, guys. This is a chill stream. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. Right? Not financial advice, upside down glasses, Pikachu hat. But I was telling myself, if this was an altcoin, if this was ICP or any other altcoin on the weekly time frame, and I saw this where the weekly time frame has money flow coming up, momentum coming up as the price is making lower lows, I would say this thing is about to break out and go massively bullish, right? Massively bullish. And I would say the target would be somewhere, you know, this is log scale. What the? Oh, right. Hang on. This is extended, right? Wait, it's not extended. What the heck is going on? I don't know what's going on here, guys. I would say this thing was about to go parabolic, right? I would say it was about to go parabolic. And I would probably set my targets, first of all, at these levels here, and eventually all-time highs, right? And it's just interesting that this is the Bitcoin price inverted, looking pretty dang bearish, guys. I have to be honest with you, right? It looks pretty dang bearish. You know, just throwing it out there, guys. Just throwing it out there. Right? While we're going down the bear road, I like to take things to their ultimate extreme, right? Just to come up with various plans. Now, is this going to happen? Honestly, I don't know, guys. I'm not expecting a move for Bitcoin down to these low areas, but you know, it is just so interesting that we do have this key. Whoa, here we are on Twitter. You guys could follow me on Twitter if you want. We do have some very strong resistance or support, I guess you could say, around 12K. What's going on in the chat, guys? Shout out to Crypto Tom. Shout out to Iki Alendu. Thanks for being here, Iki. Shout out to Crypto Yacht. Shout out to Houston. Do I trade USD or USDT? I trade both, you know. I trade both. I like to get into both positions. Yeah, so it's just like a thought experiment, guys. I mean, honestly, if this was any altcoin right now, I would be loading up on this thing, thinking this wedge was going to break out. Okay, just saying, right? I'm just saying. And it is interesting that every time we hit a new all-time high, it happens with such low volume. It's as if we just can't make it, guys. We can't make it. And I can't ignore the fact either that the money flow is coming down and the momentum is coming down. I mean, if this happened on the 4-hour time frame or the 3-hour time frame, we would expect something drastic to happen, right? If we saw that on the 3-hour time frame where momentum and money flow was coming down as the price was eking out a higher high, we would expect some kind of a correction, right? Just throwing it out there. Now, shout out to Daniel KH, who says we're supposed to be in a bull run until December. I mean, I agree with you, right? That's what everyone says. Okay? I'm just trying to bring a different perspective into the house. Now, you guys know me. I'm a trader. I'm a day trader. I'm a scalper. I'm a swing trader. I don't really care what happens to the price, okay? I just have to have a plan for whatever happens. And, you know, right now, like I said at the beginning of the stream, in the here and now, the things that are actually going to affect me taking a position within the next hour or few days are really going to basically come down to these levels right here. All right, these levels right here. First of all, 63.5. If we lose that, looking down to about 61K. If we lose that, I'm looking down to about 59 to 59.5K. These three major zones, okay, are my three major supports. I'm not even thinking about us coming lower until we lose 59K. Okay, I'm not even thinking about us coming to 52 until we lose 59K. And actually, until we lose 63.5, right about here, I'm not even thinking about us coming down to 61K. 61K would be super dang juicy, though, because not only is it the point of control of this entire range, right? I mean, if we were looking for a long position right now, right? Let's just say we were looking for a long. Y'all looking for a long, right? If we're looking for a long, right, first of all, if we come back into the value area here, and if anybody doesn't know what this thingamajig is right here that I pulled, this is called a value area. It's called a fixed range, and what it does is it analyzes the volume that Bitcoin was traded at a certain price. So the most volume that Bitcoin was traded was at the price of $61,000. And the way it works is this is considered to be a fair value for Bitcoin. And we can see that whenever price comes out of the fair value area, it inevitably comes back down into the fair value area. It comes below the fair value area and comes back into the fair value area. Comes above the fair value area and comes back down into the fair value area. Comes below the fair value area and comes back into the fair value area. Comes above the fair value area and then comes back down below the fair value area. And then comes back inside the fair value area. And now it's above the fair value area. Okay? Why do I go through all this? Because, you know, if we can stay above this fair value area, this is now showing us that Bitcoin is forming a new fair value area where people have determined, you know what, Bitcoin is worth a little bit more now than it was in the past. Maybe now this can be our fair value area, right? Between, you know, 63 and 70K. But if we come back down into the old value area, now we can expect follow-through. We can expect follow-through. And the first place that we're going to look for a potential bounce would be the point of control, the highest volume node. These things act as support and resistance, right? And again, not only is it a high volume node, but it is also a golden pocket. And y'all know how much I love my golden pockets. I actually keep my pockets lined with gold. Now, it's not real gold, guys. It's not real gold. I can't afford that, okay? I can't afford real gold in my pockets. I have fake gold, okay, but I like to, I spray paint them, guys. I spray paint my pockets gold, okay? I walk around with some golden pockets, right? And so this would be a very important area of support where I'm looking, right? CME gap, point of control, 618, golden pocket, high volume node, back inside the range, right? That's where I'd be looking in the next short term. Yeah. Let's take a look at another coin, guys. That's pretty much it for the corn here. That's pretty much it for the corn. Shout out to Tom Crown, bro. Tom Crown, what is going on, man? We have to calibrate sometime, man. We have to collaborate sometime. Yeah, you gotta line your pockets with the Bitcoin. SL, I did just check the possible bearish div on the weekly. Go back and watch it, because I just gave you the ultimate bearish scenario with the ultimate bearish scenario of Bitcoin going all the way back down under 12K. Yeah, Litecoin's doing pretty well, pumping, right? Litecoin's pumping. I don't really trade Litecoin, unfortunately, right? Let's take a look at Ethereum. Okay, let's take a look at Ethereum. Real quick. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, guys. Ethereum has been trading so dang technically, and it's been really easy to long ETH, because basically every time we get a dip, it dips off of the golden pocket, and we can get into a nice area. So let's close off all this stuff here, and let us go to a higher time frame. Maybe the daily, right? And so ETH, right? We were watching this potential cup and handle forming in the Discord for quite some time, and a lot of us have been watching it, and a lot of us have been following it. Not just myself, many others, many others, right? And we can see that in fact we did break the cup and handle. We had this channel that broke to the upside, and ETH is trading in this. I mean, this is this. You know what this is? This is a tea kettle. This is a tea kettle with steam coming out of the spout. Right? That's what this thing is. Steam coming out of the spout. Now, there's a lot of mixed emotions about what is happening with this thing. Right? Some people are looking at this as like a this super bearish structure, looking at it as a rising wedge like this that's going to break to the downside. I think we can also look at this not as much as a rising wedge, but more so as just a channel that's being very well respected. It's being very well respected. And pretty much every time we come to the high, we come back down to the low, and it's just so dang technical, guys, because like every dip, it ends up with a bounce off of the old Fibonacci golden packet, okay? Fibonacci golden pocket, right? I mean, so many times we, like, for example, right here to the high, we bounce off the golden pocket. There were so many golden pocket bounces here. Let's see if I can find another right here, bouncing off the golden pocket, right? Let's see, is this one? Did we bounce off this golden pocket here? Yes, also bouncing right off of the golden pocket when we come down to these dips. It's like we can predict where we're gonna dip. It comes down to the trend line slash Fibonacci golden pocket, right? When is my next small account scalp video? That's a good question, JMF Hunt. Well, I haven't even done a large account scalp all day today. I haven't. But I'm only going to trade that small account when I'm at my PC. I'm not going to do it from my phone. So I have to do it from my computer. So the next opportunity I get, I will do it. Lewis says that the Patreon link is inactive here. Is that true? Let's check it out. Oh, look at that. Yeah. It is inactive. Well, you know what you can do? You can take it and you can copy it and you can paste it into your browser. But yeah, I guess I better fix that, huh? I guess I better fix that. Yeah, by the way, guys, if you do want to join the VIP Discord, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. We've got a thriving community of traders in here posting juicy trade setups like this one, where we longed Bitcoin from literally the exact bottom. Literally the exact bottom, right? Those purple lines are no joke, guys. Those purple lines are no joke, okay? They're no joke. And also longing the Bitcoin again, pretty much from the exact bottom right here. Yesterday, the juiciest long in the world, guys, and I missed the short. I had 2 opportunities to get in and I absolutely missed it. It's okay. It happens, guys. You're not going to get every trade, right? You're not going to get every trade. It happens. Yeah, so essentially with Ethereum, this to me looks pretty dang bullish. And if we pull a fib extension, obviously we're hitting new all-time highs. Obviously this can't go on forever, but if we go to the weekly time frame, we can see that it looks pretty dang healthy. Like this uptrend on the weekly time frame does look healthy, and the reason it looks so healthy is because these weekly candles, they have a lot of volatility. They have big wicks down and up, right? It's not like it was back here in April where we had the blow off top. This is taking its time. It's having corrections. If we go to a lower time frame, we're getting an impulse, and then we get a range, and then we get an impulse, and then we get a range. Impulse, range for a while, bounce off the 618. Impulse, range for a while, bounce off the 618. Impulse, range for a while, bounce off the 618. It's pretty healthy looking. It doesn't look out of control at all to me. And the way I'm kind of dealing with this is I'm just using trend-based sub-extensions, right, to kind of get an idea of where we could see this thing going. So if we take one from the low in July to that first high, down to the low, right, we can see that we're coming up to the 1-to-1 fib extension. And these would be my targets for Ethereum here, right? These would be my targets for Ethereum, coming all the way up to like $8,600 or higher, right? But do I think we're going to get there tomorrow? Absolutely not. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me at all if we came up and got a nice little rejection off of this 1-to-1 extension. Now, if Bitcoin is going to dump, right, if Bitcoin is going to come down and test some of these juicy supports down below us, right, including this thing right here. Let's get to a higher time frame for the old corn, right? What juicy levels of support are we potentially testing here? 52K. If Bitcoin is going to test 52K right here, okay, to confirm the breakout of this resistance, then it would make sense to me, if that happens, that Ethereum would come down and test this this cup and handle neckline as well, right? Because Bitcoin is so interesting how different they are. They've been trading. While Ethereum has been in this upward channel, Bitcoin's just been ranging, right? Just ranging. But if Bitcoin is going to see a major correction, I could see this as being a major support for Ethereum. Okay, we pull a fib from the swing low down here to the swing high. Let's say that we do get a bounce, a rejection off of that 1-to-1. We can see that that the 382 is coming in right around there, right? The 382 is coming in right around here. And so the Bitcoin 382 would be coming in right around 52K. The Ethereum 382 would be coming in right around here. And again, this would be a proper retest of this neckline, right? Because even though we have retested on a low time frame, on a higher time frame like the daily, right, or even the weekly, we haven't really retested it, right? We've broken out of the neckline and we never touched it again. So if ETH comes down to, like, let's say 38, or even anywhere between 38 and 40, this to me is a juicy area, a juicy swing long area for Ethereum. If we can manage to come down to here, this would be super dang juicy. Shout out to Tom Crown, who's also wearing a tank top today. I only wear tank tops except on Saturday. I have one button-up shirt. Actually, I have 4 of the same button-up shirt that I wear to religious services. Yeah. Shout out to Michael Vukelik, who highly recommends the course. By the way, guys, if you want to learn all this crazy stuff, points of controls, Fibonacci's, supports and resistance, how to scalp, how to have a trade plan so that you can know in advance what is going to happen, like this, bounces off levels, check out jasoncaspertrading.com, because this course will walk you through step by step the knowledge and the skills you need to know to become a confident, profitable trader. Pikachu hat is not included, but even if you've never looked at a chart before, it will walk you through all the technical analysis you need to know to get started. How I use Market Cipher, guys, a pristine leading trading indicator. Totally changed the name of the game for me when it comes to trading. All the trading strategies I use that have been tested, as well as risk management and mindset. So even if you're not the best trader in the world, guys, you can still be profitable over time to avoid blowing your entire account. There's currently a 30% discount, 30%, in the description of the video. Right, I'm talking about my course, Radu. So I do have to wear the non-financial advice official uniform here. Shout out to USAF Mike, who says the course is undervalued. Well, I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate that, my friend. Shout out to Crypto Tom, who has the same name as Tom Crown. And shout out to Tom Crown, who shouts out J Casp. You know, I might have to start selling official Jason Casper Southern accent Pikachu hats, you know? Shout out to CryptoFit24, who's taking the course right now. 30% discount. I like giving discounts, guys. I really do. Yeah, so this is like kind of long-term swing trading stuff for Ethereum. So for ETH, the major levels, right? First of all, if we come back down to this area around between, 38 to 40, this white box, definitely a buy zone for me. I will be looking for pullbacks, first of all at the 1-to-1 extension, second of all at the 1.272, third of all at the 1.618. Okay, absolutely. My next major target is around 5K. That 5K level, not only is it a 1-to-1 extension, but if we put on some other levels here, we can see that it's also a 1.618 of another trend-based subextension. We can just see the massive areas of confluence here, right around 5K. Did I say 50K? I meant 5K. And then 55, and then again at around 6.3. And again, like a really good high target for Ethereum would, for me, be 86. Now, if Bitcoin does dump, if these crazy bearish scenarios, right? If the bearish people in here, shout out to Iki Weekly, right? Shout out to Lady in Crypto, who likes the course. Shout out to ROBA, who says the uneven butt cheeks have saved his butt. Guys, the uneven butt cheeks, they are, they work, man. Uneven butt cheeks work. They work. I'm going to have to cut the stream kind of soon, guys, but let me end it on a serious note, okay? Let me end it on a serious note, guys. A lot of people struggle to be profitable in trading. And what I'm showing you right now will absolutely change your life. It will change your life, guys. This is where the money's at. This is where the money's at. Let me explain. Let me explain, guys. The uneven butt cheeks means that we're going to get a pump, right? Check out the video that I made yesterday. Check out the video that I made yesterday. Come over to the Jason Casper YouTube channel, okay? Go to videos, right? And check out how to make huge gains leverage trading crypto, right? And actually, check out this one, Market Cipher 101, Understanding Momentum Waves. In this video, we go into extreme detail, explaining why the uneven butt cheeks are so powerful. They are powerful, guys. They will get you into some very good trades. The uneven butt cheeks. Okay? Now, on that note, guys, I am going to have to cut the stream. God bless all of you, and thank you for being here. Shout out to MKH, Crypto Tom, HDDDR18, and Rochelle. Shout out to Rochelle. All right, guys. Receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. And the purpose of this blessing is that the Lord, the creator of the heavens and the earth, would place his name upon you and bless you. It's time to get serious. Wait a second, the 4-hour has uneven butt cheeks? I don't think it does. It does not. The 4-hour does not have uneven butt cheeks. Do not be confused, okay? The glutes sometimes look uneven but are not. These are even butt cheeks. These butt cheeks are even. I know they look uneven. Levant wants to know, how long does the course take? It's like 35 hours of content. God bless Crypto Yacht. Is it a W in the short term? It could be. It could be, right? That would be nice. That would be so juicy, right? If we did get something like this. And then lower. Just kidding. I don't know. All right. Rachel. I guess, Rachel? Sorry, I called you Rochelle. I didn't know that you were speaking Hebrew up in here. Okay? Shout out to Jagged Mountain. Shout out to Iki Alendu. Guys, if anybody doesn't know, Iki Alendu is the official Jason Casper financial advisor. I am not a financial advisor, but Iki Alendu absolutely is a financial advisor. Okay? Alright, guys, receive this blessing. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Yisrael, which in English means, may the Lord bless you and may he protect you. May he cause his light to shine upon you. May he have grace upon you. And may the Lord turn his face towards you, give you completeness in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. That's right. I do pray all y'all are blessed.